Being that the Earth is the third planet from the Sun, it makes sense that we explored Mars first, because it's the fourth planet from the Sun. So Mars is closer to us than most other planets. But the planets aren't evenly spaced apart. Venus, the second planet from the Sun, is even closer to us. It's also almost the same size as Earth. That means it's an Earth-sized planet that's a little bit closer to the Sun than we are. Naturally, that made people wonder, was the entire planet of Venus maybe warm and tropical? Could this become the greatest vacation destination ever? Does it even have air? That would definitely make a vacation less enjoyable if there were no air. Even before we could send a spacecraft, we knew that Venus at least had an atmosphere. On very rare occasions, from Earth, Venus appears to go in front of the Sun. Remember, it's the second planet from the Sun, so from our orbit, it's possible for Venus to look like it's going in front of the Sun. We can actually watch this happen. So watch right here, and then in a telescope you see, with the sunlight behind it, we see this very thin layer around Venus. Do you see that? That's proof that Venus has an atmosphere. So it has some kind of air. It's closer to the Sun. What's it going to be like? Here is Venus from up close, as seen from a spacecraft we sent to it. By sending a spacecraft to fly close to Venus and take photos, we discovered that Venus is covered in clouds all the time. The clouds are so thick and they never break, you can't see the surface of Venus, which means that if you were on the surface, you can't ever see the Sun. It's always completely cloudy. The Soviet Union created this probe to be landed on Venus. Here it is before being sent. It contained cameras, as well as thermometers that would record the temperature and send the information back to Earth. What the probe found was that, far from making Venus shady and cool, the clouds trap in the heat. These thick clouds, combined with the fact that Venus is closer to the Sun, makes Venus hot, very hot. Venus became the second planet that human beings sent a robotic lander to the surface, and the surface temperature was measured to be 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Go look at your oven. You'll notice it only goes to 500 degrees. 900 isn't even a setting on your oven. That's how hot Venus is. Here is one of the only photos we have from the surface of Venus. And we only have a few, because each time a lander has been sent, the longest it lasts is 2 hours, and then the thing melts. So those are the only two planets we've actually landed something on, Mars and Venus.